Have you ever felt like you are behind in life? Everyone else is getting there faster. Everyone else is, getting there before you. And it just looks as if you're still growing and you're still hoping, and it just looks as if you're still waiting. Have you ever felt like that? And now, let me remind you today that sometimes it is okay to grow slow. It is okay for you to go slowly or slower than the others. In fact, that may be God's way or God's purpose or how God works for you. Remember, I said for you because we are focused on you. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Christiana and this is Be Encouraged with Christiana. I help women to grow, to discover their purpose, and to embrace their identity and to walk in the purpose of God for their lives so that it can be achieved. Now, if you're here today and yours is because you are discouraged, or whatever is happening to you right now is you're discouraged because you're going slower in life, you're growing slowly in life, and it looks as if you're behind compared to others, today's word is for you. This week I read about someone actually posted about herself, and she was talking about how she realized her purpose and started living purposefully at the age of 40. And I've also seen and heard stories of people, for example, someone that started a law course, started their law school at the age of 60, people that are going back to school, even though it looks as if, oh, why is this person doing this? There's no hope, there's no need, so to say. But they know that, they must have realized that for you to grow fast or to have a fast-paced growth in this world does not matter, because the end will actually justify who is actually growing. In the end, you will see who is growing. We live in a fast-paced world that everyone wants to get there very fast. Everyone is celebrating speed and all of that. And it looks normal because it has been normalized, so to say. But lasting growth takes time. Lasting growth is not something you can force. Lasting growth is not something that you can use some schemes and, it takes time. If you plant a seed right now, if you plant a seed of fruits, compare that to a palm tree, the growth may be slower, but they last longer than each other. One lasts longer than the other. So don't compare yourself with another. Now, let me not jump ahead of myself, and we'll take it slowly. Now, what you should know is that God is never in a hurry. All right? It takes time to develop your character. He wants you to focus more on that, because you see, you may get to the top, but you have to maintain that top. You have to maintain that position. If not, the way down is quicker than the way up. All right? So you have to take time. Take your time to develop your character. I always talk about character development. You see, that is very important for you to have a sustained growth in life and to be able to maintain that position when you get to the top. So God is never in a hurry, and is more interested in our becoming rather than how fast we get to where we aim to get to in life. And there is danger in rushing the process. If you rush the process, then you will see what you are not supposed to see. You will be confused at some point because you won't know what to do, because you were not taken through the process. There'll be confusion, there will be burnout, you may even collapse. The success will not last if you rush the process. No, a plant, like I said, that grows too fast can't bear fruit. It can't bear fruit. You have to allow the process to take effect the way it has been ordained to be, so that you can enjoy the fruit. Now, sometimes people grow, but they are growing too slowly. It's not as if they are not growing at all. I mean, how can you not grow at all? You are getting up every day and there's something that you're working on every day. So it means you're growing. It's just that it's a slow growth as far as you are concerned. Now, that slow growth, as long as there is growth involved, celebrate it. Celebrate the small steps, even as you go to the top or as you journey to the top. Celebrate those small steps. Don't feel that, oh, this is not a big deal. It's a big deal because it is part of your success story, right? So get a journal, write down all those things that whenever God is speaking to me, for example, I write them down. Everything God is saying. Even sometimes it may not look as if this will happen. It will look as if, am I imagining something I'm not supposed to imagine? But I still write them down. Now, what I've noticed over time is I go back to that journal, I go back to my diary, and then I see that all those things, if not all, almost all of those things that God has told me in the past, they are now fulfilled. And so when you go on, it's always good for you to journal. So even the small success, the small things, the ones that you feel they are not big deal, write them down. By the time you go back, try to take account of the whole thing that has been going on with you, you will be able to see that indeed you've not been stagnant. You've been growing, and there is a reason or reasons to celebrate. You see, comparison is a thief. Do not allow yourself to compare you to another person. When you leave, I've said this also before, all right? When you leave to compare yourself with other people, you are living their lives. They have a goal. Now you're comparing yourself with them. Maybe they're here and you're here, and you're doing everything it takes for you to get here. Listen, you are not built to stretch yourself this much, and so there will be problem. There will be problems. Allow yourself to go through this process so that your elasticity can be strong, and maybe stronger than theirs. You don't know their whole story. You don't know the whole story. You can only know what has been shared with you. So don't compare yourself to it's a thief. Comparison is a thief. Don't live other people's lives. Don't try to dress like them. Don't try to behave like them and be thinking that, oh, maybe that's how they got to where they are right now. You don't know the whole story. Do not do that to yourself. And as I round up, remember this. God is more interested in you becoming than in your fast growth, than in you getting there so quickly. It is not the person that runs, that gets to the goal on time. It is the person that can get to the goal and, be able to sustain that growth that will be celebrated in the end. Don't live for short-term celebration. Live for a long-term celebration, and don't despise the days of small beginnings. God sees your heart. He sees your effort. He sees all the things, all the quiet obedience, all the times that you've put in. You're putting in the effort, and you are ensuring that you are equipped for that next level. God is seeing all of that, and they will not go without being rewarded. Remember, it's also part of your story. If you've been encouraged by these words today, go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, share. Hit the notification bell on this channel. And till I see you next time, stay encouraged, be encouraged, and make sure that you encourage others. Your pace is perfect as long as you are going according to God's plan for your life. To encourage you and have a wonderful day. Listen.